Rama. So this is very beautiful, because how did Lord Rama come in Dasharath's life? How did Lord Rama come in Kaushalya's life? Unless and until somebody gives up materialistic things and make place for Krishna, Krishna will not come in our heart, in our life. And the proof of that is Vishwamitra. So we know the past of Vishwamitra, the Purvashram of Vishwamitra. Vishwamitra's name was Kaushik. He was a Kshatriya king, and once he had fought a very glorious war, and with his 40,000 soldiers, after winning the war, he was just returning back to his kingdom. And on the way, he just sees an hermitage, and he thinks, let me take a little rest before I reach my palace. And then in this hermitage is Vashishta Muni. So with his 40,000 soldiers, he's just come there, okay, let me just take a little rest, maybe drink some water and go away. But Vashishta says, oh, wait, we'll arrange a feast for you. So there is a feast for Vishwamitra, who was Kaushik Raja at that time, and he's amazed that I just thought, hermitage, poor person, but he has so much opulence, and there are sweets, and there are savories, and there are so many items, and there's sweet water, and there are all kinds of arrangements made for the soldiers and the elephants and the horses. And then he understands, oh, so he has a cow, Kamadhenu, and she's the one who's been providing all this. Now he gets a little envious, and he says, well, you just a sadhu, what will you do with such powerful cow? I am a king and I need that cow, so give it to me. And Vashishta is like, I can't, she's my cow and I'm not willing to part with her. And then he says, okay, then fight with me. So here he's with his 40,000 soldiers and he's all alone. But he's with Kamadhenu cow. So Kamadhenu cow not only gives food, or she also can produce soldiers. So the soldiers come out from her body, and then there is a big war. And actually like a war, and then finally he's defeated. Kaushik Raja is defeated. And then he suddenly starts thinking, wow, I'm a Kshatriya with all this opulence and all the training with martial art, this, that, and I get just defeated by a pony, a small Brahmana. That means, oh, there is so much power in prayers and austerities, and oh, then better I leave all this and I start doing, what he is doing. This makes more sense. So he just leaves his kingdom and he just leaves everything, and he starts doing tapasya on one leg, and with his hand on top of his head, and for many, many years. And then we know when he's almost like coming very close to doing it well, then Indra gets a little insecure, and then he sends Menaka, and then Vishwamitra Muni gets distracted. And then after a few years that he spends with Menaka, around 50 years, and then Menaka says, well, I'm done with you and I'm going back to where I came from. And then he understands, oh, so this was just to allure me. So he again starts doing tapasya, and this time Ramba comes, and then this time he's like, once bitten, twice shy. He said, okay, last time I just got carried away by lust, and I'm not going to open my eyes also to see who is it. But then she keeps making so much noise with her anklets and her bangles and her. So then finally he does open his eyes, but he opens it with such anger, it's like ready to burn her, So then because he has expressed so much anger, whatever austerities that he had done, he lost it. He lost it because of showing anger. So he thought, oh, this is a big mess I've put myself into. Last time the lust made problem, this time the anger made problem, the kama and the krodha. Oh, that means what I need to really do is not these austerities. Work on my kama and krodha. They are my big hurdles. So then he actually transforms into a devotee over a period of time. So then that's how he becomes a devotee of the Lord. More than austerities, he takes to Bhakti Marga. So here it says, Vishwamitra Priyadhana Rama. So now Vishwamitra, he gave up all his opulences and he gave up all his mystic powers and all that he was craving for what? For Priyadhana Rama. Because two arrows can't stay in one quiver. You can't have, all the material things also, and then you cannot have Rama, and both can't stay together. Like Srila Prabhupada used to always say that Krishna consciousness and materialistic enjoyment go ill together. So you have to give it up. So here he finally gives it up, and then he gets his Priyadhana Rama. Krishna, Krishna, Krishna lage, sab Krishna. Krishna, Krishna lage.
कृष्णा 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 लगे, सब कृष्णा